Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Thursday, the 25th day of July. Of course, yours truly, Gordon Joseph in your company as always. Thanking God for life, health, strength. Yeah, the urge to keep pushing. Hope you had a great night and you're ready and able to face the challenges of this new day. It's a good day to have a good day, despite the odds that are racked up against you. Hey, it's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. I
will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh.
I want to say a very special good morning and condolences to the family of Corporal or Sergeant. Was he a Sergeant? Francois. Man, I've been looking at this Martin Francois, yeah? I've been looking at the obituaries this morning and I saw him. It's my good buddy. Life, what life is, huh? You're here today, tomorrow you're gone.
Yes, Lord.
Gigi Giles, good morning.
Thank you for the privilege, oh merciful Father, to share this love.
Hi folks, we're running out of time, so let's get straight with the program. It's time for the word of the day. And today, that word is obstreperous. Obstreperous. And obstreperous is a formal word that describes people or things that stubbornly resist control. In this use, it's a synonym of unruly. A person or thing described as obstreperous may also be defiantly or aggressively noisy.
Oh, merciful Father, but strive to walk the walk. Yes.
Yeah, obstreperous.
Father, let me live.
Here's how we can use it in a sentence. The moment the paper airplane landed, the instructor addressed the unruly class, telling them in the harshest tone that obstreperous conduct would not be tolerated. Do you know anybody like that? Gigi, good morning. Defiantly stubborn. Yeah. 23 minutes onto the hour of 7. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a good day to have a good day. I like this. Good morning to you. Mildred Smith and Shem, hope you all are doing fine.
This is the day.
Michelle Forsyth in St. Vincent, good morning to you, my dear. How are you doing? You're doing fine, right? The folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and PD Martinique, St. Vincent in its totality, good morning. Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, good morning. I like him, you know. Yeah, he has a subtle way of talking, yeah, as I'm saying. A real politician. As Ninja Man would say, real bad man. Good morning to all those of you in the diaspora, those of you who are jumping on JetBlue today to come on home.
Thank you.
Welcome in advance.
Oh, merciful Father.
Folks, it's now time for the motivational tip of the day. Giving God thanks and praise, of course. Knowing that if you hold on, it will get better. It always works out. The detractors may try their utmost best, but in the end, what must be, must be. Jamo, good morning, bro. King man. The motivational tip of the day. It says, your life, your work rather, is going to be a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. I like this one. This one is for me. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you will know when you find it. I found it. Being with you on mornings. Oh my goodness, it's, I look forward to that.
Lift up my eyes.
It's therapeutic.
From whence cometh my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth.
Yulin Alexander, good morning. Mary E. Banks, Yolan Swan. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Gigi's here. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. I see you yesterday. Blessings to all on the live. So says Jillian. Okay. Monica Meros Williams, good morning to you and Daddy Godwin. Rita Thomas, good morning. Good morning. Do have an enjoyable day. So says Janet Mack. Peter Joseph, good morning, my brother. Well, good morning, Papi. How you doing? All right. Folks, it's now time for the nutritional tip for the day.
Play the music. Oh, my child. Hear my cry.
The sugars that are found in processed and manufactured.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
The sugars that are found in processed and manufactured foods are not the same as those in fresh fruits and vegetables and milk. Foods that contain naturally occurring sugars are healthier because they tend to be lower in calories and sodium and have a high water content, which contains many important vitamins and minerals that the body needs. Naturally occurring sugars are present in everyday foods like fruits and starchy vegetables, whole grain foods and minimally processed carbohydrates like brown rice and whole grain pasta, and even milk products like yogurt and cheese. When consumed, naturally occurring sugars are not digested as quickly as refined and processed sugars. This reduces the likelihood of blood sugar spikes and drops. Additionally, the Center for Healthy Eating and Activity Research states that fruit and dairy contain fructose and lactose, which are digested slower than added sugars, and keeps your metabolism stable over time. Sugars found naturally in food are more than enough to sustain your body. Natural sugars are processed more slowly, meaning you will have a gradual supply of glucose, preventing your blood glucose levels from rapidly dropping, which results in a feeling of hunger, leading to excessive eating and weight gain. When you choose to eat whole foods, you are choosing to eat healthier sources of sugar. Meals that include lean protein with vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, beans, and seeds digest more slowly and keep your blood glucose levels stable. The Cancer Center advises to drink more water or low-fat milk, limit your consumption of candy, chocolates, cakes, pies, pastries, and cookies, limit sugary beverages such as soda, fruit punch, flavored milks, and fruit drinks, and learn to read food labels to help you make informed choices when purchasing foods. Natural honey, molasses, unrefined maple syrup, fruit purees, dates and prunes, and stevia are examples of healthy alternatives as they maintain more nutritional value and can be used in moderation in place of refined sugars. Follow the GFNC on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more information on good nutrition and healthy living. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell? Yes, they keep.
This is the day the Lord has made. So let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Good morning to the folks inside of Corinth and St. David.
Hear my cry.
Yeah.
Hear my
How they do? Gail and the folks up at the Mohai, Fen, how you do, girl? You all right? Nice. Hey, folks, the buzzing stories. The new National Party said more can be done to speed up the rebuilding and recovery process in areas devastated by Hurricane Beryl. In the region, Trinidad records 5 dengue-related deaths. Internationally, Benjamin Netanyahu tells U.S. Congress, "Our enemies are your enemies." And in sports, Morocco fans rush the field during Olympic soccer opener versus Argentina. The game suspended, and the goal that created that disruption was disallowed. Those are the buzzing stories. We've got more in the news.
Experience the heart and soul of Spice Mass at the Grenada Traditional Mass Festival on Saturday, July 27th at Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark. Join us from 3 p.m. and witness the spectacular cultural display of the various traditional mass bands such as Feko, Shortney, while in there, Jab Jab, and Maypole dancers with vibrant costumes, infectious music, and unforgettable cultural tradition. Bring your family and friends to enjoy an afternoon filled with excitement and heritage. Your presence is not just a visit, but a contribution to the preservation of our rich Grenadian culture. The Traditional Mass Festival, commencing 3 p.m. Hero Square, St. Mark. See you there. Saturday, 27 July. This event is sponsored by Grenlec.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spice Love Comedy Bash is back by popular demand. Saturday, 17th August at the Trade Center in Grandance and Sunday, 18th August at Deluxe Cinema Grenville, 7 p.m. both shows. Prepare to be swept off your seats as Grenada's ambassadors of comedy will flood the place with laughter. Robert White, Dillian Walters and Gregory Paul, Kareem Alexis, and a host of others outrageously funny people doing outrageously funny things. Get your $60 tickets on sale at Mitchell's Pharmacy Food Fair Complex Grandance, Gittins Pharmacy Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmota, St. Andrew's Pharmacy Grenville, St. David's Pharmacy, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceland Mall, 3B Shoe Store, Downtown St. George's, and go to Fed.com. Tickets for the previously scheduled Grenville performances are valid for both shows. Don't miss this final opportunity to enjoy a good Grenadian laugh at Spice Laugh Comedy Bash, 17th and 18th August at the Grenada Trade Center and Deluxe Cinema. Get your tickets and come prepared to laugh.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Show me your ID. You walk with your man, you walk with your woman. Party love. I come to party, we no shooting up nobody. Come to party, no violence in this country. You come to party, I want a peaceful party. We come to party, we body feeling hot, hot, hot.
Hi, hello, I'm Superfly Innocent, and I got a message for everybody. The message is, let's create a safer community for all of us. Put down the guns and let us party.
The gun amnesty remains in effect until July 30th. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Fly the Jones, Switch, it's Lava Man. It's all about Spice Up the Carnage Soca Mona competition. It starts on the 26th of July. It's going to go on to the 2nd of August, then the 9th for the finals. I will be the host. Fly the Jones, Switch. Get there, see you there, be there. Nothing but vibes. Real mashup, yeah? Mad. Right on the head.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, July 25th, 2024. Coming up in the news, the new National Party says more can be done to speed up the rebuilding and recovery process in areas devastated by Hurricane Beryl. In the region, Trinidad records 5 dengue-related deaths. Internationally, Netanyahu tells U.S. Congress, "Our enemies are your enemies." And in sports, Morocco fans rushed the field during Olympic soccer opener versus Argentina. The game suspended, a goal disallowed. We've got the details to this and more after these messages.
This is Ezra the Fun Machine, and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists, and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with God's ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right! Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest God's already cash location today or contact your carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with God's ready cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply. Aye, aye, aye.
Good morning, Gordon Josephine with the news in detail. Now, while acknowledging some of the positive initiatives by the government towards relief efforts for Grenadians affected by Hurricane Beryl in the north of the island and in Carriacou and Pidi-Martinique, General Secretary to the New National Party, Roland Bola, says more can be done to speed up the rebuilding and recovery process. Speaking on GBN's To The Point program on Tuesday, Bola stated that more efforts can be made to assist persons affected by the hurricane who may have somehow slipped through the cracks and not received the help.
To help reconstruct, we have spoken to people who have said since the passage they have seen no one come in their premises or in their vicinity, as a matter of fact, to do any sort of assessment, whether it's for housing or any other thing. I happen to know through a colleague that some housing assessment was done maybe 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago in the St. Patrick's, St. Mark's, St. John's area. Like most other things, even when you do those things, there are a few people that may get missed for various reasons, either they weren't present at the time when their teams visited the area, or they were in a location that someone didn't remember or no one remembered at the time to point out that there are 2 people living way down at the back there or something like that. So sometimes people get missed, and that is understood. But when those complaints come, we should, as administration, do the best we can once the information reaches us to get people to visit these people.
The General Secretary suggested additional areas in which the present administration can improve the relief effort, including more assistance in the rebuilding of homes that were not completely destroyed by the hurricane.
There may be some houses that probably just lost their roof or some sheets of galvanized, and probably not the entire structure being damaged, and government can probably look at those and have small teams going around assisting, whether you select the teams from the neighborhood or you have to bring in 1 or 2 technical people. You work on how you will do the more permanent structures. This may take a little bit more planning, may have to have the involvement of engineers and whatever else, I don't know. Maybe there are some locations where people were that may be not suitable for rebuilding because
Meanwhile, the Grenada Electricity Company, Grenlec, has reported significant progress in restoring electricity on the sister isles of Carriacou and Pidi-Martinique. In Carriacou, 300 customers have already been reconnected, many of them in the town of Hillsborough. Efforts are ongoing to extend primary lines north, east, and south of the Bousséjou power plant. Clive Hostin, acting general manager of Grenlec, said that in Pidi-Martinique, a smaller generator is currently providing power to the streetlights and 10 customers. He said plans are underway to facilitate crews to travel to Pitimatnik to further the restoration efforts.
In Carriacou, we've also made significant progress in a short space of time. So far, we've powered up the majority of Hillsborough. We've also extended power outside of the town. Going up north, we've done the Nuasa desalination plant. We've gone up to Bogles Prospect. Pitimatnik, which is a lot smaller than Carriacou, we've seen a lot of building damage across there. We have, however, implemented a small generator, right, which has been able to power a number of streetlights and about 10 customers.
Host then says that Grenlec's transmission and distribution crews, along with supporting teams across the region, are working tirelessly to restore electricity to all customers as quickly as possible. Additional equipment and supplies have been sent to Carriacou to ensure materials are available to the crews. The Lone Electricity Company has the support of 15 crew members from Lucelec, Domlec, and Barbados Light and Power who are assisting with restoration work. Over the coming weekend, 18 personnel and specialized vehicles and equipment are expected to arrive from TNTech in Trinidad and Tobago. This assistance is organized by the regional grouping of Caribbean Utilities, CARILEC.
I have to express special appreciation to CARILEC, which is the Regional Electric Utility Association. There's a program. Their program is called the CHAP, the CARILEC Hurricane Assistance Program, and we've actually participated in this from time to time, but it's one whereby at the beginning of the hurricane season, each utility has a number of linesmen basically prepared, ready.
Now, despite the external support, Grenelec estimates that the complete restoration of service in Carriacou could take 3 to 4 months. Less than a month after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, Grenelec reports that the restoration of electrical infrastructure on mainland Grenada is 99.8% complete, with fewer than 65 customers still without electricity, particularly in the north of the island. Now, that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They're up next. 3 minutes away from 7 o'clock, we now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Caribbean News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Sessions are expecting that the date for the next general elections will be announced soon. Premier Joseph Farrell told this week's sitting of the island's Legislative Assembly he was making his final speech as leader of government business.
It has been an honor and pleasure to serve as your Premier and Minister of Finance. I led this administration with integrity, honesty, and transparency. During my term, I did not serve any special interest group. I treated all residents equally.
Premier Farrell led his Movement for Change and Prosperity MCAP to victory in 5 of the 9 seats in the last general elections in 2019. With the next general elections constitutionally due later this year, he has handed over leadership of the party to educator Dr. Samuel Joseph. The Premier, however, says he is not about to fully step away from politics.
I have decided, Madam Speaker, that in order to retain the MCAP party as a party for the future, I, as a good leader, I have decided to step aside as party leader to allow a young person to lead the country into the future. I will be a candidate in the upcoming election, supporting the team to advance our agenda to help Montserrat move forward.
The Belize National Assembly has extended a state of emergency to allow authorities there to combat violent gangs. Since the state of emergency was declared on June 23 for Belize and Cayo districts, 68 suspected gang members have been jailed. The National Assembly yesterday voted in favor of a resolution to extend the state of emergency by 2 months. Senator for the business community Kevin Herrera says there must be a balance of the rights of suspects and law-abiding citizens.
In one way, you're talking about preemptively take people who may commit a crime and putting them behind bars or take away their freedom and so. I think it's a very, very serious issue, especially when you look at it in light of our Constitution and all the freedoms that guarantees. But I also think that there's a larger issue. That larger issue that government has is to protect the law-abiding citizens as priority in this country.
In Ghana, police are testing 26 handguns and 2 rifles they seized from a house owned by the brother of a man who was gunned down 3 years ago. 6 persons, including clothes vendor Ian Fagundes, were arrested and jailed in the United States before he was deported.
Haiti's new interim Prime Minister Gary Conille is set to attend the next week's summit of CARICOM leaders for the first time since he took office in early June. Among his tasks are to reduce widespread gang violence with the help of a Kenya-led United Nations security mission and prepare the country for its long overdue elections. CARICOM Assistant Secretary General for Foreign and Community Relations Elizabeth Solomon says the regional grouping played a major role in reviving Haiti's governance.
Where we are now, where we have a Haitian-led, Haitian-owned process with a transitional presidential council in place, a transitional prime minister in place, is entirely due to the work that was done by Caribbean heads of government. And that is quite extraordinary and something to be very, very proud of. And that, I think, is going to set the tone. We are looking forward to welcoming the new transitional Prime Minister of Haiti to the heads of government, and for a new engagement, of course, with the Haitian transitional governance structure.
The Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, is complaining about threats to its workers in areas still without electricity since the passage of Hurricane Beryl. The company says security forces have had to be called in to escort its workers in some communities where residents continue to protest the delay in restoring their electricity. In the meantime, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz is concerned that the JPS restoration reports may not be matching the situation in the communities. He says he has been hearing the complaints from the parliamentary representatives.
I have already heard from over 20 members of parliament who are still maintaining that the majority of their constituencies are out of power. So again, this leads me to the point of where the information that is coming out of JPS and what is happening on the ground is at odds. And we have got to find a way to make sure that we are all on the same page. We are now going into week 4 since Beryl struck, and the longer we go is the harder it gets for those without electricity.
Well, this has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says America and Israel must stand together, telling the U.S. Congress, "Our enemies are your enemies." He recalls the Hamas attack on October 7th when 1,200 people were killed and 251 others were taken hostage, calling it a day that will live in infamy. Thousands of protesters were massed on the streets of Washington, demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Some have been pepper sprayed by police. Netanyahu blasts the demonstrators, calling them Iran's useful idiots. Some Democratic Party lawmakers have made their clear opposition to Netanyahu's address and did not attend the session. The PM speech comes 9 months into Israel's campaign in Gaza, where more than 39,000 people have been killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. And finally, Kenya's President William Ruto has appointed 4 members of the main opposition party as part of a new cabinet as protests continue to rock the East African nation. Ruto announced the nominees in an address to the nation on Wednesday. The president had promised to appoint a new broad-based cabinet in response to continuing nationwide protests that have threatened his hold on power. The announcement came 2 weeks after Ruto scrapped the previous cabinet as the protest, prompted by planned tax hikes, swelled. A clampdown by the authorities helped raise the number of people killed to more than 50, with hundreds more wounded. That's the latest regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. England have moved up the bottom of the ICC World Test Championship standings and kept in touch with the competition pace setters with a comprehensive 241-run victory over West Indies in the second test of their series in Nottingham. The host wrapped up the series clinching triumph late on the 4th day with spinner Shoaib Bashir 5 for 41, claiming the third 5-wicket haul of his career to help England dismiss the Windies for just 143 runs in pursuit of a 385 for victory. And it means now that England hold a 2-0 series lead in the 3-match series against West Indies, and Ben Stokes' side get the chance to clinch a series sweep when the third and final test commences in Birmingham on Friday. Meanwhile, Morocco fans crashed the pitch to protest a late goal by Argentina at the opening match of the Paris Olympics men's soccer tournament, an angry and bizarre scene that left the game suspended for nearly 2 hours with only minutes remaining. Moments before play resumed, the goal was disallowed by VAR for offside. Morocco held on for a 2-1 victory. But not before the furious reaction from Morocco fans who thought they'd been denied a critical win. Objects were thrown and invading Morocco fans were tackled by security on the field at the Stade Geoffrey Gouchard in Saint Etienne after Argentina tied it 2-2 with a goal from Christian Medina in the 16th minute of added time. That's the sports. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition. Stay tuned with us. We've got the weather forecast right ahead. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster at the Met Office of the MBIA, my good friend Cassie Johnson. Cassie, good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 25th July, 2024. Currently at the airport, conditions are partly cloudy. Winds are from the east at 19 miles per hour. Pressure 1015.4 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 28.8 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.0 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 27.4 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 10.8 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 136.3 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy, with few brief isolated showers, improving as the day progresses. Today's maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 6 to 8 feet in northeast to easterly swells. A marine advisory is